It's an exciting day and I'm happy to be here today again, just like always. On Veegilant Podcast, we're all about talking essence and also civic matters, digging deep into issues that are happening in the society. I'm Olaiton Baba today, your host for Veegilant Podcast, and with me as usual, I have a vibrant, amazing, beautiful, wholesome Yauba, all the way from Edo State. Yeah, I gave her that title about a month ago, and I think anytime I call her Yauba, she's always like excited. Good afternoon, Precious. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm doing great, and you?
How's everything?
Oh, good.
Last week you came in, with all the fights, with all the vibe, like, okay, I'm here to fight. Any tyrant, I'm here to fight. How do you feel today?
Actually, I feel grateful, happy. I'm just so glad. Like, God has been so faithful. I feel really good.
All right. Yeah. Good to know that. I think it's Christmas season and I'm also excited. Plus the fact that I think in the next 2 weeks I'll be celebrating my birthday. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited about that one. All right. So today we're talking about can money buy happiness? So let me start with you, Precious. Do you think money can buy happiness?
To be honest, there are many things money can do. Forget though. There are many things money can do because you might probably feel you settled like with everything. Maybe you have in terms of like relationship wise, your life in general. But you find out that there are things that you want or probably need that you cannot get. You can't afford to get it because you don't have the means,
money,
so you don't have the money. And you become troubled that sometimes you tend to do things you don't want to do, or you even tend to run into debt. So in that scenario now, I would say yes, you have everything, but the thing you don't have is money. So in that case, I would say yes, money can buy. But if you now want to look at the other scenario now, the fact that you see many rich men now we have in the world today, many of them have the money, but they don't have happy home. It's probably maybe their wife, whatever, or children, or this, they don't really have happy home. Or they have the money, they have happy home, they don't have good health. Probably just have like 3 months to live or 6 months to live. And if they die today, who will enjoy the money? Definitely probably their children or even the banks here, because there are some accounts that people have that their family don't even know they have.
Yeah, sure. All right. So today, like you just said, you brought in your perspective of, to you, well, money can buy happiness, or maybe money cannot buy happiness. But today we have 2 guests and we're going to be hearing their own perspective on if money can buy happiness. Because if you would ask me, I think to large extent, money can buy happiness. But then we can't say that is the perspective other people have when it comes to this topic. And so today we have, like I said earlier, 2 amazing people with us in the studio. They're both female. We didn't bring the male and the female thing today, but then there are people that hold their own opinion and they know what they feel when it comes to situations like this. And they're here to just shed light on why they think money can buy happiness or maybe not buy happiness. So let me start with our very own melanin baby, melanin popping. The funny thing is the both of them are like, the melanin popping and they're always giving the black as beauty kind of vibe. But yeah, let me start with the very first person, and that is Olaito Adebayo. She's a researcher and also the presenter of Market Square at Veegil Media. Anything presenting, you always see out there, always giving the right vibe and all that. She's been here before. I think that was when we discussed about love and relationship, and she was so strong in her own opinion of she doesn't love.
Yeah, she hates
and
love.
And that Nigerian men will show you shege. So like knowing that she's on the show today and she's coming to talk about a perspective on can money buy happiness, I'm already excited on this already. So Precious, please join me as I welcome Olaito Adebayo. Good afternoon, Olaito. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Good afternoon.
You're welcome.
Good to have you today.
Yeah, good to be here.
And I'm sure you're here with all the vibe and
with all the juices and everything.
Good to have you. And the second person, let me give it to Precious to introduce this person to us. Let her do a thing. For the first time, I want to hear Precious hype someone.
Okay.
if you don't hype this person, sincerely, we're not bringing her on the show. So you have to hype her to an extent whereby she's so excited about it.
All right, ladies. So join me as I welcome the media associate.
Okay.
The only lady, assistant camera director or producer. Yes, the melanin popping too.
Yeah, like melanin popping. She's popping.
Yes, the ever glowing lady with a man. Join me as I welcome Toby Lover.
Good afternoon, Toby. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm very good. How are you doing, sir?
Very well, thank you. How's everything been?
Well, very fine. We are well and alive.
Oh, good to know that. Yeah, we will always have reasons to thank God. So today we're talking about, can money buy happiness? And we've heard people say, oh, money can buy happiness because if I'm not happy, I can use money to do this, I can use money to do that. But then there are some people that still hold this opinion so strong, like money cannot buy happiness. So I want to ask you both, but then we'll be starting with Toby. In your own opinion, I think when I started, I asked from Precious what happiness and if money can buy happiness, I asked that question. And I would like to ask you both. Toby, can money buy happiness? Do you think money can buy happiness?
Okay, for me, I would say no. Like you said, everybody has
their own
perspective and opinion. So I think money cannot buy happiness. It can to an extent, but it won't last long.
Okay.
Because, let's take for instance, you are seeing this bag that you so like and you are anticipating on getting it, and then you eventually get it. On getting it, you are so happy that, I've gotten this. After a while, you want to get something else. What happened to the happiness you had when you first got it? It has faded.
Okay.
So for me, happiness does not have to do with money. It's from within. So for you to feel happy, you don't have to possess all of the material possessions because it will eventually be short-lived. So that's just my opinion.
All right. So all I turn with the vibe. What do you think about that? Do you think money can buy happiness?
To me, I totally don't agree with that. Even though money contributes to happiness, but I still feel money can still buy happiness because let's look at it from this aspect. In the world that we are today, people are not bothered about maybe personal growth or relationships or this connection that money cannot buy. People want to buy the fine things of life, travel, experience better things and all of that. So to me, if I have money, I'll be able to achieve that. I don't care about any relationships. So far money is involved and I can enjoy my life. That's it.
Okay, so I think she's back with the vibe of I don't love.
The way I'm seeing this lady here, I'm not sure say she go marry you. She's giving this blessing CEO vibe, like independent lady,
it's not about independence,
baby mama thing.
I know.
Now the fact that you said you don't probably care about this relationship stuff.
Yeah, it's not,
every lady's dream is to have a child of their own. So you might not want to get married or have a man, but definitely you can just get anyone to give you the child as long as you have the money to take care of your child, right?
Let's look at it from that aspect. That might be plan C or plan D.
Okay.
Get it?
So you just don't even want anyone, just you. Spend your money and enjoy life.
See, life is good.
All right. So I would like to ask you guys this question because I think I already heard you guys' opinion about if money can buy happiness or not. But then I would like to ask, have you ever treated yourself with something so expensive and did it bring you long-lasting happiness or it was just temporary? Toby said it earlier that when it comes to money and what money can buy, the happiness is short-lived. But I also want us to understand the fact that when it comes to happiness, happiness comes in a fleet of a second. So once you're excited about something and you're so happy, if there's nothing to hold on to that happiness, you just see it dwindle. And I think I said it's not quite long that when it comes to sadness, it's always as though sadness is there to stay. Sadness will come with all its bag and baggages, come with a room safe con to stay. But when it comes to happiness, happiness just comes, you're happy, and then the next minute you're like, okay, what else do I need? So have you guys ever gotten yourself something so expensive, and do you think the happiness you derived from that stuff was long lasting or it was just temporary?
For me, it was not temporary because anytime I see that thing, I'll be like, oh my God, so I got this for myself. I got this because looking at it, you said expensive. So for me to like buy that expensive thing, I'm not from this world, this stuff. So I actually like gathered like money
to do that.
to do this. So anytime I see it, I'll be like, no, this is me. This
I
is
did
me.
it.
I did it. I got it. You get. So it would definitely, I will continue. It's not short-lived for me, but there are some instances whereby when I actually achieve something that I'll be like, okay, so it's
What
done.
next?
So I think I remember when I was in school, I saw my results and it is actually what I wanted, but I was just happy for, and the next minute I was like, okay, fine. So what
next?
Probably that was because it was my grades, but if it is final things, they'll be like, baby girl, I will be happy.
All right, so Toby, what about you? Precious, is there anything that you can share about that?
Well, there's this thing I do every month because you know that this economy, like life, is actually very short.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yes. So there was a time in my life while I was still in school in my ND days as a fresher. So I had this set of friends I usually roll with. And one of them has this mentality. She usually say that once told that life is very short, that whatever you want or need, get it. But the fact that it's encouraging you to get it does not necessarily mean you have to break your account to get it.
Get it, yeah.
You get it, but when you know that probably as the last card you have in your bank, you don't need to use it. But if you feel you have enough to spare to get it. So then we usually do this thing that time that every time, like probably we did this monthly thing that even if it's a shoe, a bag, just get something nice
For yourself.
So because I feel like we're all going through a lot and probably the stress and everything, because we have some people that do this 8 to 5 kind of job or 9 to 5 kind of job every day, and probably the only time you have free for yourself is just the weekend, and most weekends you tend to go to the office to work. So the only thing is now that you can use as a consolation prize or probably just get something like that. Be like, okay, I shall don't suffer. Okay, let us out of this money, whatever. I got this
for myself.
And
just
it's
spoil
a
yourself.
little bit of you spoiling yourself because you can't just be working and you're not enjoying
Exactly.
yourself. What's the
So,
essence?
yeah.
You don't have anything to show
So
for
I
it.
do this monthly. Sometimes I can probably say, okay, let me just do my hair or can be my skin, or I probably just do something and I will buy it. So every month I try to get things
Get
for
something
myself.
for yourself. Okay. Like talking about the skin, do you think self-care and indulgence can be part of the money can buy happiness debate? She said you guys were talking about the fact that probably at the end of the month you feel like, let me do this for myself. I think in 2018 when I first had this job that I was doing, that was the first time in my life that I was ever going to work. After the whole thing, probably during the month, and I just feel like, I needed to go to the restaurant to just go eat something. Immediately they pay my salary, I'll just go solo dates. It's always boring, but then I just feel like at that moment trying to care for myself.
It's your time.
Exactly. So I just go there, buy food, eat, and go back home. That is what but I just feel like I am satisfying myself. This is what I want. And most times when you're on a solo date, you don't have anybody to talk to. There's nothing make funny. You're just there eating and like going back home. So what do you think about that?
Solo date to self-care, share money you spend.
Definitely, yeah.
The solo date, did you buy the food for free? You shall spend money. If you don't have the money, you will not have. You can't go on a solo date now.
You even like derive that joy.
The thing is, are you really happy? For someone that feels bored on that date, are you really happy?
See, I think we are getting something wrong here because I feel look now. What is happiness to you, if I may ask?
Happiness to me is when I have what I want and I feel so satisfied.
Thank you. I know that when you are happy, sometimes it might not even be with money or anything. Just that something might just happen that will just ruin your mood.
Sure.
Yes. So you can't just stay happy forever. Things will definitely
Happen.
prop up that will probably ruin that happiness. But the fact that you try to look for that things that can bring that joy, and that is like you usually say, wear joy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Put
wear
on
joy.
the hammer of joy.
Put on the armor of joy. So what I'm trying to say, when you use money or you do things like the solo date or whatever, at that point in time, you worked all through the months, like you said, your first job.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't want to suffer. Like all through that month, you trying as much as possible to like save costs. You're always on a budget and all of that. And when you get your pay, you already like, okay, this one now is for air, this one is for transportation, this one is for feeding, this one for all of that. At least give yourself a little, even if it's meat pie, 300 naira. The fact that you're able to buy it for yourself, whether it's water or you use chivita or whatever to drink it, you derive that joy, like you get that satisfaction at that moment. That is the happiness to me, because when I get things for myself, I do some things, I feel satisfied inside me and proud of myself that, Precious, you've been able to do this. That's that's just what I feel happiness is to me, because you can't just be happy forever. Definitely things will happen to make you.
Yeah, I think from what you just said, I would agree to the notion that money can buy happiness.
Yeah.
If happiness is momentary, so that means at that point in time, if I have the money to buy it, I can buy the happiness and I would be happy. When people say that, oh, money cannot buy happiness, look at a rich man that has money, can he buy himself a good health? I would still say that the fact that that man is still alive, it is money that is sustaining him.
Exactly.
Imagine someone that has something that has to do with you having dialysis every day.
Let's say all this cancer stuff now, the late stage.
That you have to do dialysis every day. And when we're talking about dialysis, we're not talking about you paying 50K.
Millions.
We're talking about millions of naira. Is it not money that is still sustaining that person?
If you don't have the money, you won't last a week. You are gone.
Money can buy happiness.
Why do you think in relationship, if a guy offend his woman, why do you think he sends flowers? He sends flower first. Baby, forgive me. She feels the flower, she don't like him. Okay, we send flower now, add chocolate.
Send food tray.
Send food tray.
Don't even send flower to me because I don't like flowers.
Don't send the money.
Don't send the money to my account. I would love it.
Oh my goodness. I would like to ask Toby, how does financial independence impact on your sense of happiness and confidence? You know, you said earlier that I think money can buy happiness.
You know, the scripture says money is a defense.
Okay.
So money gives you a sense of security and freedom. So when you have a certain amount in your bank account, you are secured one way or the other. Yeah. You feel so secure that if anything happens, I have something to cover up and that's, and it gives you a sense of freedom. You're not depending on someone else for
that's the spirit, baby girl,
or anything. So you are dependent on you not on someone else. So you are free to do whatever you want to do with your money.
So that's okay, fine. That's the fact that money can buy happiness in that.
Not like buy happiness,
but money brings happiness
to an extent.
Because if you're now like if you don't have money, there's this shame, there's this feeling that comes with it when you don't have money. But when you have money,
you're not depending on someone else.
Okay, so I think I'll come in there. When I don't have money, I know how I feel. Like you have a lot of plans, you have a lot of things you want to do for yourself. Yeah. You have everything is in place. But then the most important thing is money. Trust me, the fact that I don't have money, I am sad at that point in time. There is nothing you are doing that is fun to me. In fact, whatever you are doing to make me happy, you are just vexing me.
Even if I watch the most interesting movie, then I'll just
but let me get that alert. Baby girl, you gonna see that smile on my face. So I feel like when it comes
to the smile on your face and you spend the money, finish, what comes with
more money? More money will come in and I'll be happy.
See, to stay happy, just
money has to be there. Sincerely.
Money has to be there constantly, bam, like that.
Okay.
Alaito, do you feel that money plays a big role in building or breaking relationship? I'm actually asking you because you don't love. It's
not like I don't love, just that. But then, like you asked, like it plays a big role because I know that love is there, attention, and all of that. But then, if there is no money, because there's this thing that I think probably all these pastors and maybe motivational speakers usually say that love doesn't sustain your relationship.
Yeah.
And even though friendship is there, but then if there is no money, I can't understand you and I cannot reason with you for a very long time. I can only reason with you for a little bit, and that will be the talking stage or when we are still dating. No, we will not enter that marriage because it's not me that you married. Because me, I feel it will definitely break relationship if there's no money. I'm not saying you have to like dollar bills like but then have this stable source of income. I'm not saying as a lady I won't have my own, but then my man, you're my man.
You're my man.
Have something, have a stable source of income. I'm not saying that you should buy me the whole world, but then have something to say. Have something. Don't just be there.
So in other words, if you have a man now, very good looking,
sharp,
ambitious, hardworking, sweet, he has the body, the house, everything that you say you want in a man.
All right.
He loves you, he respects you, he's God-fearing, he cares for you.
Yeah.
Because me, I feel a man that probably have 2,000 naira and gives you like 1,500 or 1,000 out of it.
Yeah,
If he has more than that, he will do more. So he's the kind of man that probably have like 1,000 naira and he gives you 800 and keep 200 naira. But the fact that he doesn't have the money and he probably proposes to you at that point in time, will you turn him down?
Turn him down. What you just explained now is like a fiction to me that happens inside a movie or novel. Because in this life, as a guys that you are even saying that, okay, guys, that most of them don't want to marry a broke girl. So why would I settle for a broke guy if somebody's that cannot settle for a broke girl like me?
Let's face reality, Precious.
Let's face it.
When I was in the university, I don't care what you have. Like, I don't give two shits about who you are, or because I know that everything I need is getting sorted out. All I have to do is they said we should buy book in school. They will send money. I don't have food in school. They will send, take food. You have to eat. I can't be eating at home and my daughter is not eating in school. But now that I know that I take care of myself, that I know that I'm in charge of everything in my life, I'm not saying that you should be working with $30 or something like that. And like I said, the most important thing is a guy that is kind, a guy that loves you, that cares for you, that dotes on you, that adores you. But trust me, a guy that has all of these things towards you would know the level that you are and how to meet up. And that type of guy will not just stay in his room and be like, I have ambitions, and he's not working towards it. Because he knows, I want my babe to have this soft life. Baby girl, the man is out on that street trying to bring everything together for you. So see, I just feel like at this point, we have to be realistic on looking at Nigeria economy. I'm trying so hard. Baby girl, myself, I'm trying so hard, and I'm thinking of how can I be a better person. I think someone asked me one question one time like that. I was like, oh, can you start with a man that does not have anything? I said, at this point in my life, I might not have money in my account, but I'm working towards something. I can't be with someone who's telling me, I have the dreams, I have the ambition. What are you doing?
Dreams will not even put food on the table.
So, bro, what are you doing?
Which was why I said hardworking. I included hardworking. Somebody that is ready to go out there to
We have
work.
lots of hardworking guys out there. We have a lot of people that have these ambitions. My future is bright. It's not working.
Bro, you are not seeing the light. You can't see the brightness.
You know, sometimes like there's light at the end of the tunnel. Even sometimes you get to the end of the tunnel, you see the flashlight or torchlight. You need anything. So I cannot. Some people it works for them, but for me, your light doesn't work for me that way. I will not settle.
I've always wanted. I would start from the scratch with a man. I want to build with you from the scratch and all that. Not like I don't have that perspective still, but I just feel like. But I just feel like that scratch that we're talking about does not mean that you can't fend for two people. I'm not saying you should have that money that you can fend for. There are some people that will tell you, as I am now, I can like easily take care of a family of 6. So I'm not saying you should be at that point whereby you can easily take care of a family of 6, but at least you should be able to take care of a family of 2. Which is myself and yourself. That is aside your family members. I'm not demanding from you, but as a lady, I just feel like you should know there's this cue like, okay, my babe needs this. Take this.
Okay.
Beautiful things.
I just remembered something. I stumbled upon a video a few days ago online, and there was this girl and boy. The guy brought cabin biscuits, this yearly cabin biscuit. Okay. I was like, baby, take.
I'll collect it.
She collected it and was happy. And next she gave him back and said, my mommy said I shouldn't collect anything. You know that, baby, you're still struggling. Like, use your money and all of that.
He already bought the biscuits now.
They showed it the year. This was 2009. Then another scene came up and they wrote 2024. The same guy came with an iPhone and gave the girl. And she was like, just one. Where's my mother's phone?
That's it. I'm not supporting the girl, but what I'm trying to say is that nobody's understanding right now. Everybody's trying to like look for what is best for them.
I feel the reason why it's like this is the fact that you tend to struggle with a man, like some men, and by the time
once
they make
they
forget everything.
Baby love, they don't remember
and
you again,
guys.
So I actually won't blame my gender. Nobody wants to walk and struggle with a man and someone else to come and enjoy.
When we talk about the struggle, it's not as if I can't struggle with it, but when we're talking about struggle, you have a stable job that is paying you. But let's say that you're not asking me now, I'm a graduate, but to go and be dating someone who is in the university.
Go for big.
What are we doing?
Sugar mommy.
What exactly are we doing?
What do I want to
She
offer
go
you?
dey pay school fees.
What do I have to offer you? What do you have to offer me?
No, like some people will be like, it might be in school for another thing. It might have a purpose. Please scrap that purpose. Leave purpose alone. Let's face front.
So when we're saying that we're starting from the scratch with people, we are saying that you're already like stable to an extent. Money is coming in. You see, I can start from the scratch, but my own scratch means you already have something you're doing that is bringing in money.
Stable source of income.
Exactly.
So what if it actually got planned for you?
Oh,
That I should go and marry someone in the university.
No, you don't understand. What I mean is, like, you know that everything has been predestined already.
Sure.
Your future man is already out there somewhere. So what if the same handsome man I told you about, or like, what if it was one you met?
like I said,
And probably for the fact that he was not comfortable, you trim away.
like I said, that's fiction and that's inside novel movies. But God will not put me in a position that is bigger than me. Please,
God understand
He
who I am.
understands me.
To answer your question, even God, Adam was working.
Exactly.
before God gave Eve. So you have to have
So
something.
please,
doing.
why
Oh
would
my
you
God.
work? Why would you work?
You can't
Adam,
be
even your ancestors, they work. So who are you?
I think I've forgotten that I said this man is working, but doesn't really have the stable source of income yet.
Why would you not have the stable source of income and you want to be in a relationship?
What do you want to offer yourself, Gogo? What do you want to offer yourself?
Do you know that even Agberos that beg on 100 on the road, they have girlfriends?
They
They-
have beautiful girls.
Wait, and
actually.
Because Olai don't just said you don't have the source of income.
Wait.
Why do you want to be in a relationship? Agberos are in a relationship.
They have source of income. That Agbero,
100 naira.
babe, by the end of the day, you'll be seeing 10,000, 20,000 with them.
Precious. And the fact that they have girlfriends in their level.
Yeah.
Girls that probably their own reasoning and
their mindset
and their
is low.
mindset is like, okay, let me be with Agberu and giving me 2K per day. You get that kind of thing now. But me, I
I've
cannot.
forgotten melanin popping classy babe.
It's
No,
about being
that's
classy.
skincare products.
Skincare.
Oh my goodness. Like seriously, I've been having fun so far, and I want to ask you guys this question. Like you said earlier, I think in the past when someone bring you a cabin biscuit, you're like, oh, my mommy said I should not collect it. But now, guy, where is the second one? Is this what you can afford? So I would like to know, do you think all of this pressure is from social media and what we can see on social media, the luxury life that this celebrity, all these people come to show us on the social media? Do you think the pressure is stemming from social media? Toby, can you give us your opinion about that?
Social media is the major influence or is the major platform of pressure. Because you're seeing your mates riding Benz,
Lamborghini.
A girl
Wearing
of
Dior.
23 or 24 wearing designers, and then you're looking at your life like, what am I doing with my life? What is going on? That kind of pressure sets in, and then you begin to find ways to get money just to afford that kind of lifestyle. Even if you're not convenient or comfortable with that kind of lifestyle, but just to feel among. And then to say, oh, I also have this, I also have that. You'd you find means to get money.
Yeah, and I also think that our economy also has impact on it. Because this year that you're talking about, that someone gave someone biscuits. That time, things no hard. Things no hard, baby girl. Right now.
It seems you girls have forgotten the story of Arike Prioda. Was it not money? It was money. She saw what her friends were using. They were using the latest iPhone, wearing Brazilian hair, bone straight and all of that. And she wanted to. Nobody wants to feel left out, actually.
Okay, so you see this Arike Perioda thing. It's a content by Samuel Bank. And okay, she left Mula. After leaving Mula, she's with Oyinbo. She left Oyinbo now. She's now with another guy that is not even up to her standard. But because man got money, Arike is with him. So what I'm trying to say now is that, yeah, the social media is one thing. But when we look at the economy, the economy has impact on it. Let's look at a family where they don't have much in that family. They don't have money. And they probably have a daughter who has seen what's going on in the family and is trying to like make things better and all of that, and things are not working. She just feel like, I beg anything, anyhow. Let this money just come in. Let me live the lifestyle that I want. So I feel like as much as social media is having the impact on us, she's probably seeing that lifestyle on social media. But let's not forget that there are people in your vicinity that are living large. that they are living big. And you see them and you're like, I wish I'm like this person. I wish I can live this kind of life. So I feel like economy is also one thing that puts pressure on people.
And even though the economy put pressure on you, that doesn't mean you should do what you're not meant to do. Because you see your friends wearing this. You see, that's why I'm not really a social media person. I really don't make use of social media because I don't want. I might say, I'm this strong person and I can withstand this. That can. But then sometimes when I look at some things and I'm seeing people that I'm even older than, people I'm younger, and they are not from this world anymore. They are just making it and be like, I made this first million. And you be like, God, you start questioning yourself and you start doing. So I just stay clear of it. So the fact that they're doing it doesn't mean you have to do it. And the fact that things are getting expensive, everything is. There's one meme I saw that one day, like, it was like, just stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. The moment you stay in your lane and you don't pass your boundary, buy what you can afford. Don't buy what you cannot afford. If you know that, okay, fine, you cannot buy bone straight wig, you cannot buy, and you don't want to use it, use Ghana weaving, do Ghana weaving, do normal all back. You don't have to like
girl to girl, or do all back.
Do all back. You don't have to break your back. I know some people that they are slaying very well. All these content creators. There's this particular girl. She actually like did it. She said she does not have money for human hair and all of that. And she went to this store to buy this olden days, like, what's it called, weave on. And the way she did it, the way they styled it, she actually made the team old. She was okay. She was giving. She went out. She came back. Just stay in your lane.
I think I'm agreeing with you on the stay on your lane thing. If you check my phone now and you feel like, let me check your phone to see what you need so that I can get it for you. You can't see anything on my phone. I don't do screenshots. You know how they used to be like, people do screenshots. And that is because I already understand the fact that when I do screenshots, I want to have those things. Like the more I see it, I'm like, when will I get this thing? So it's either I just see it and this is nice and just move past it, rather than give myself heartache and start thinking of how to make the money to get the thing. So all I'm thinking of is, how do I make this money to get this thing? So I'd rather just appreciate it from afar and let it go. It's me studying myself and knowing that screenshotting things, wanting things that I can't get, makes me sad to an extent. So because I don't want to be sad, because I don't want to tamper with my own emotion, I don't even want to think about wanting to have them when the money is available. I think there was a point that I told myself that if you want to get something, if you have the money, then you need it. If you don't have the money, it's just a want. It's not something that you need. But as far as you have that money, then it's something so important that you should get, because you have the money to afford it. So there is no pressure. And I think that's why going on social media, I love social media a lot. I'm always there on TikTok. We're there. We're having fun. We're laughing and all that. But regardless, I just make sure that whatever they're doing does not get me, because I know that I'm not in that space. I'm not where you are. So I can't compare myself with you.
So we know that balancing financial success and staying true to yourself in terms of your personal goals and desires can be very tricky. So Toby, how do you balance this up? Like the desire for having financial success and also staying true to yourself while striving for?
Okay, like Olaito says, stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Know what you can afford. And it is very essential to set your priorities right. What are your priorities? What do you want to achieve? And in doing this, you can just make intentional decision concerning your finances. How do I want to grow my finances? How do I want to improve more? And how is it going to affect me? Like she said, staying on your lane. Know what you can afford, not living a lavish lifestyle.
Yeah.
When I remember sometimes someone said, how can you be living in a house worth millions of naira or driving a car worth millions of naira when you don't have like your own building, you are still renting an apartment. So with that, how do you want to balance building your finances or building your wealth when you have debts and all of that? So for me, prioritize your essential
needs.
Yes.
Olaito, what do you have to say?
It's not easy balancing the two, like balancing, okay, fine, I want to have this and you not having it. But like she said, I would definitely go with what Toby said. Just that, like, know what you can afford and just like try and figure out your financials. Know that, okay, fine, this is the business that I have. What do I have to do that, okay, will bring me more money? Even though it's not easy, do I have to get more skills, like acquire more skills? Do I have to like take on more jobs to do this? To be able to like satisfy your need that you have, your wants that you have.
So in other words, wealth is actually not the priority. The priority is you staying authentic, setting clear goals for yourself and for you to be able to afford what you want now.
It's too collabo.
Now collabo. You know when they say love is sweet when money enter. Love is sweeter. Yeah, baby girl. So I'd like to know, I think Olaito said something the other time about marriage, okay, you don't expect me to marry you if you don't have money. And then you hear a lot of ladies say that whatever decision I'm making it for my kids. It's not for me alone. And that is why they will tell you, I can't marry a man that does not have money. I can't marry a man that is not me. So now here's the question. As a lady, do you feel that financial stability is crucial for providing happiness to your children? And do you think is a deal breaker when you want to be with someone? Which means like if the person does not have money, you can't marry them. Olaito.
Even though people might hate me because of this, or probably some people will not agree with me, but then it matters. It's not like a deal breaker, but then it's not like you will not have anything at all. It's a deal breaker for me. At least, like I said earlier, I have a stable source of income, and they said, okay, we are in together because we support each other.
Yeah.
Like that. So definitely, I'm of this opinion that I can't be broke too, because doesn't make sense if I'm broke and I'm actually like looking for somebody that is rich.
Yeah.
So I should be able to like provide something for, and it's for my kids. So I don't want my kids to like lack anything. So when I'm considering a man, I'm not considering only for myself.
You're considering for your kids.
Though there's like an emotional factor. Let that money be there first. Then we'll know how to manage the emotional stuff there. Then that's instead.
Yeah, when people talk to me about like, oh, you're not thinking about marriage, I always say something that I want to be in a space whereby I can help my man. And as you're looking at me like this, I can't even help myself. Talk more about helping a man.
Even through the marriage. Now,
exactly.
I cannot help you.
I can't help you. So now, come to think of it, if I can't help you now and I want to get married, what will happen to me? What will happen to my kids? So it's not about the two of us alone. It's about my kids. So
that's where some
it's
people
important.
That's where some people get it wrong. Like, okay, just marry him first. Money will come afterwards. Kids, when you start having kids, don't do that, my girl. Girl to girl, don't do that. Be sure of what you want to.
How much is Nan now?
Very costly, baby.
Nan is expensive. Pampers is expensive for you to settle with somebody that does not have a stable source of income. Even if you have a stable source of income and you're like, okay, fine, my man does not have, but then I can sustain. It will weigh on you. And there's this thing, when you are a provider, the main breadwinner of a family, as a lady, there's no way you can be submissive. Some people like, you can be no, I cannot. Let me say it. I cannot be submissive.
You won't give him your full respect.
If I'm giving my man money and I'm the breadwinner, I might not do it consciously, but unconsciously, guy, I will do it too, and I will show you that guy. They feel this.
You can't talk to me.
You can't talk to me. I want to like take charge of the marriage. That's just it. I won't be the alpha female.
Gone were those days, like when we're growing up in the past, that the mother, when you ask something from your father, the mother that wants to provide it, they will now go and give it to your daddy. The daddy should give it to you. I think at this point in time, we should not just feel like, okay, it is the man that has to provide. You as a lady, work hard, make your money so that your children will enjoy life. Because baby girl, I can't say I have the best of the best things in life. So I would like my children to enjoy that.
Okay. I agree with you guys in a way. And okay. Not everybody wants the best for their kids.
100.
Yes, as mothers and as father, you want to give your child the best.
Yeah.
But I feel money in terms of the children, that's actually not what they really need to be happy. Fine. I agree with you that money can actually sort out their basic needs and some other stuff they need. But at the same time, in terms of the emotional, listen, I feel what your children need more is your love. Haven't you seen, like, this one are not movies or book, like real life story of a family now, a wealthy home, children from wealthy homes. You see them misbehaving. They go outside, they are deceived by their peers and all of that because the love they can't get at home, they go out there to look for it.
But do you know that there are some kids that when a man walk up to them and tell them that, oh, don't worry, I'm going to buy, they'll tell you, whatever you want gets me, my dad will get it for me. They don't get fazed by stuff like that. So as much as we want the situation of, I would be emotionally there for my kids, but I want to be financially there for them so that when people are telling them about stuff, they can say, oh, it's nothing. It's because I don't need it now. If I tell my mommy, she can get it for me. That is the goal, baby girl.
I think what Precious is trying to emphasize is that, have you, like, take for instance, you are okay, you're working and you're making money. But then you're not chanced to be there emotionally for your kids.
No, that's I'll be there for my kids.
Because you're working you're working for money, thinking all they need is money.
No, she already said like the two are like intertwined.
It's intertwined.
What did you say?
Me, I know. I said it's collabo.
You go on vacation and you leave your kid at home. It's not you again.
They'll go to the grandma's place.
What are we not saying? It's finished now. What are we saying?
But what I'm trying to say is that the fact that some people act like crazy out there just because they are not loved. Some people are loved and they are wealthy. They came from a wealthy and they are loved, but they still go out there and act like sports bra. And some people from this like probably low background, they are not loved at home. The fact that they don't have money, they are still not loved at home. So what they said, let me just have the money.
And do you know that sometimes it's usually trauma? Let's look at TMC, for example. The father loves her. The father always hear her out. The father is always there for Tiara. But Tiara, she's a sports brat. She's a drug addict. But all of this stems from the fact that she doesn't have a mother. The father loved her so much that he didn't remarry to give her all the attention and care that she wants.
She has all the money.
She has all the money. She has everything. She has the love. She has the attention. If she walks into her father's office and someone is having meeting with her father and she's like, Daddy, I want to talk to you. The father will excuse that person for her. That's to show you how much attention she gets. And still, she's a drug addict.
So see, this thing.
So this thing,
there's no a guide. Well, there's no like
to raising a child.
That's
really,
it. Whatever works for you. If it's love that works for you, do it. If it's not love, just do it. Anything. I can't tell you how to raise your own child. That's just it.
If it's money, do it.
So whatever works for you is fine.
Oh my goodness. All right. So, do you believe that teaching kids about money early leads to a healthier relationship with happiness later in life?
It does.
Yeah, it does, because let's look at it. If even less like I have money, I will have money.
Okay.
When I have money and my kids, no, I don't want my kids to have this mentality that, oh, my mom has money, so I don't have to do anything. I don't have to like work. I want to teach them the importance of having money, making your own money, and how to be, I won't say frugal, but then learn how to like this wise spending. Don't just spend because you have, doesn't mean you have to like start spending. No, don't do that in my own house. You go outside, not in my own house. So I believe it's actually a good thing to like teach your kids at early age how to like manage money and to like know the benefits about money and the importance of everything. That's a good one.
Okay. So just like the example of TMC you stated, so she had access to money. She didn't know how to manage. She was just spending and spending and spending. So for me, I think you teaching your kids about money from childhood, from when they are young, it's very, very essential. And then it gives them a positive mindset towards money. So yesterday I was going to church with my neighbor, and then she was telling me that she wanted to pay for her kids' Christmas party in school. Yeah. And then she told her older daughter that I'm going to shop after service. So if you don't follow me to shop, I won't pay your party money. So like she already had this thing
that you have to work for your money.
Work for this thing.
Yeah.
And then the mom said immediately she called her name early in the morning and said, "Oh, Emanuela, stand up." Immediately she got up. And
because
then,
she knows that
Mommy, let's go. Mommy, we can stay till 8 o'clock.
Exactly.
As long as you pay my party fee. So that kind of mindset, and then not giving children chores in the house, or giving them responsibilities.
Yeah, to do.
Saying, okay, if you do this, you will get this. If you do this, you get this.
Yeah.
It gives them this sense of responsibility, and then it teaches them how to manage and save.
I think another thing is probably when your child asks like, "Mommy, get this thing for me," and you know that it's not something they need. I think having financial discussion with a child, even from early age, it matters. Yeah. Now you're sitting the child down. You see that thing that you want to get. I have the money. I can get it for you. In fact, so that you would know. Probably get it and give it to someone else. Yes. Now tell the child, you don't need it. It is something you don't need. If you need it, mommy will get it for you. But if you don't, I would not put myself in that position of getting it for you when I know that it's not something of importance to you. So I feel like having that financial discussion with children, and I think I've gotten to an extent where I feel like there's no discussion that is too little to have with your children.
And it's like this world,
just at this stage, sincerely,
like you teaching them your wants and needs.
Sincerely,
the way you just explained.
just telling them this is what you need. Instead of you wanting that, why don't you ask for this and see if mommy would not get it for you? But this person that I got it, I don't care if the person needs it or not. But I'm just trying to let you see that mommy can afford it. Mommy just feels like you don't need it.
But how many people have that financial literacy that we're talking about?
Well,
And besides
not many
that,
people.
we are just, I'm saying that, we are just talking about it now. We don't have kids. Most of these things we are saying, we are just saying it because, okay, fine, we've read about it, we are seeing it. To now implement it is the main issue. To say it is very easy. To implement it is the
But
best
I feel
part.
like
That's the
if you
problem
have
with
That's
it,
the
Nigeria.
hardest.
yeah. I feel like the fact that you even have it in your mind, your mind is open to it. See, okay, now you know how much it's taking you now to make money, right? Now let's not say that in the next 2 years you're living the life
In the next
you
1
want.
year.
Okay,
No.
the next 1 year you're living the life you've always dreamed of.
Yeah.
Then you got married in the next 2 years, have children, say in the next 3 years. Do you think your mindset of how much you worked hard for money,
That's true.
you know what you went through to get money, do you think in 3 years you can just lose that mindset?
I will not lose. Definitely. I
And then you
worked
need
hard
to
for it.
continuously renew your mind.
Exactly.
As regards financial literacy.
So like if you're
Constantly
raising your child
reminding
and you
myself.
feel like your child is
Derailing.
being nothing, you be like, guy, come here, I didn't start like this. Probably you should go and ask your grandma. It's not everything that I needed that your grandma was getting for me.
But there's this thing that, this social media stuff, everything. So there are some kids that even if, no matter how much you like tell them these things and all of that, they still like won't budge or like
Do
they
you know
won't
that
budge.
some of these celebrities that are out there, I think Biodun Okeowo, for example, her daughter didn't have a phone until she was 18, I think.
Bisola's daughter doesn't have a phone as old as she
And
is.
she's 15 or so.
Yes.
Are you for real?
Yes. Some of these celebrities,
That's
they are
parental
doing
control
it.
for you. Like,
Exactly.
You really need to be intentional about
About
it. Make
it.
them know the reasons why.
I think I was telling you didn't know that Osasi Godaro has a daughter, and I was
Yeah.
telling you about her. She was going for an award, AMVC award, and after she won that award, she was like, okay, this award is for my mom and it's for my daughter. And you know what? I expect you to be sleeping now. Like, you are appreciating someone, and the next thing that comes out of your mouth is, I'm not expecting you to be awake watching this. I'm expecting you to be asleep.
Those guys know what they go through. and what
Exactly.
They, do. So, like,
they know
don't
why
want-
it took them to get to that place.
And they know the kind of pressure it mounts on
Their
children
kids.
and on
Okay,
kids.
most of these celebrities now are saying they don't want to show the face of their children.
Yes,
so that
most
when
of
they
them.
go to school, there will be no
normal life.
preferential treatment. So a lot of people are already like devising different things in order to make sure that, okay, things work out and I still train my child the way I want them to come up. I'm still of the opinion that you can't get that money in 3 years now and have child and start feeling like, whatever you ask of me, oh baby, I would do. Even if you say I should cut my head, I'm going to cut it for you.
I understand.
Lighton, do you feel happy when you give out money to people,
Rather-
when you give out money or gift rather than spending it on yourself?
It's a tricky question, actually. It's very tricky because even if I say I enjoy giving it, because I would say I enjoy when I give someone that needs it so much.
Yeah.
I'll derive joy from it. But someone that does not need it, I rather spend my money on myself than give it to someone. But when I give it to someone that so much need it, there's this joy that comes with it.
See, for me, it's just like said, when you don't need, you give it. It's an act of generosity.
So, yeah.
There's this quote I love so much: "Giving is living." So when you give someone what they need, you, like she said, you feel this joy that I'm able to meet someone's need, and
yeah.
I'm able to tend to this person's needs. So
I think I also agree with you guys. I feel happy when I can help someone. I think there's been a situation whereby someone even asked for my help, and I knew I didn't have money with me. I can't even be of help to you. But there's this person that, okay, we're talking, and I find it difficult to ask someone for money. I had to go reach out to this person and say, please, a friend of mine needs help. Can you help me with the money? And I send it to the friend. Now, this happened while I was in school. Throughout that time, the person was asking different people for money. And because she's my friend, I just didn't like it. So I felt like if you need it, you could ask me. If there's anyhow, I would find the money, I will find it and give it to you. We resumed, she stopped being friends with me. Recently, the same person now messaged me on Facebook. And seeing a message, it's been over 2 years now or so. So when we see in school, just hi and just like get out. And then I begin to wonder, we didn't have any bad blood while we were at home now. So now she recently messaged me and said, what's up? How are you doing? I said, I'm good. Then the same tactic she used then, she brought it up again, which is our child. And for me, when you say, I'm hungry, I've not eaten, even if it's my last card, I can give it to you. Now, she now brought the issue of her child up. And I knew this was the same thing you were using for me then. You've not spoken to me for years. Now, the funny thing is, I said, what's up? How are you doing? You just said, how is work? Please, I need your help. I've not told you how work is. I've not told you how I'm faring. I've not even told you that even me say, baby girl, I'm not eating. The next thing was billing me. So I feel like as much as I feel excited doing stuff like that, I'd also appreciate it when people do not use your vulnerability against you, because they know that this is the way I can get her. They keep using it against you all the time. And it just makes it difficult for you to want to help people that are really in it, because you feel like this person will also scam me.
I actually agree with you. I insulted somebody recently on Instagram because of this. And I don't know if you guys are following this Caps family kind of thing. So they have this, eldest daughter, Teja. So the girl lately she has been posting content, going out and all of that. So under the comment section, there's this particular woman, I've jammed her in many celebrities' page in the comment section. Okay. She's usually, because I've gone through her profile before, she's a photographer, she has kids. By force, she usually uses her kid to do content, but probably is not paying her. That's not paying her yet. The same message she drops on everybody's page, that's what she came to drop on this little girl's page. Like, I'm a mother, I have 2 kids, I'm a widow, my husband is dead, that my children have not eaten, please help me. In under a child's page. Comment section, like the same, she dropped the same thing, because we feel that when you appear vulnerable, like you said, to people will feel, should I say, empathy or whatever, and you keep using the same method on everybody. I was so pissed that I replied that immediately, that I've been seeing you on everybody's comment section, that you don't even have shame. You are a mother, you're always using your 2 children's name to lie,
too big,
and you don't even have shame that you see came under a child's comment section to say this. Like, why?
Someone messaged me recently. It wasn't even me. He first messaged. He messaged a friend of mine and said that, he's not feeling fine, that one should give him 1K and all of that he wants to get drugged. So when that one told us that, so this guy asks for money and all of that, I was like, that did you give him? The first thing that came to my mind, he's not feeling fine. If you have the one. So she said, I didn't give him more. So me, I was like, okay, no wala. Then this guy messaged me the same message. So at this point, I had to tell him, see, I think they've hacked your number, because this guy that is asking me for money, we're not friends. I'm not even sure you have my number. Probably you just went through your contact list and just went, okay, let me be sending this message to people and all of that.
Nice,
like, guy, I'm not the one. The funny thing was that before the end of that day, he asked another friend of ours the same thing.
And they didn't hack his WhatsApp.
They didn't hack him. He sent his picture, sent his account number, and he carries his name.
You're actually very nice. I don't know who I was telling some months back that, I don't know, some people from a group just messaged me, and the next thing, I've not eaten since yesterday. Please send me 500 naira. Someone has messaged me that I'm going for interview. Send me 500 naira. And I was like, send me 500 naira. I don't know this person. You have not eaten since the morning, but you have money to come online. WhatsApp does not have free browsing like Facebook, but you have money to buy data. I said, sorry, go and sell your data.
All right. I think let me just ask this last question on a light mode, and because I believe that everybody has something that they can spend their last kobo on. So I'd like to ask you, Precious, let me start from you. What is that thing that you know that you can go hungry just to get, and like you are guilt-free, you can spend your last kobo to get? What is that thing?
Go hungry, K. How can I go hungry to buy food?
So it's food. Oh my God.
I spend my money on food though. Funny how I usually tell people that I don't use my money to buy clothes or other stuff. If I want to buy clothes, I collect money. I will not use my personal money to buy it. But you see, food. Oh God. I can spend everything in my account to buy food.
Okay, so alright, so what do you think you can spend your last cash on without feeling guilty about it?
I'll say clothes.
Okay.
Clothes. Like, I'll save up money. Sometimes I might say particular something. I might not like be able to afford it immediately.
Yeah.
Guy, I will save the money. I don't care. I will know it's me. I don't care about it. I will know if it's just because I want to get this particular thing. And I've been doing that for a while now. Like, when I see the cover, I might clothes be this.
Okay.
So I'll say clothes.
Okay, so Toby, what about you?
Jewelries.
Yeah, that's true. It's obvious.
Earrings.
Yeah. Okay, I think for me, I really cannot say this is one thing that I can spend my last kobo on, because I just feel like I don't have much of everything. So if I have the money to buy this, I'll buy it. If I have the money to buy that, I'll buy it. So I really do not have one particular thing that I hold dear to my heart. But I think I'm a lover of shoes and wigs. I think, I love shoes and I love
Everybody
wigs.
loves you and we do. And there's this thing too, how will I put it? It's probably because of the situation right now. But then if there's money in the bag, if there's bread, if there's dollar bills, I would like to like travel. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I think I can spend my last cash on bread, Sha. But anyways.
You forgot to mention something.
What was that?
Golden one. I like to like Golden one.
But really, we really do not see the reason why you guys do not like it. But it's a good food though. It's good. Thank you, darling. We're here together.
Okay. 2 against 2 equal.
All right. So guys, I would like to say a big thank you for joining me in the studio today. So let me start with Precious. And like I said, Precious, you'll be the one to thank Olaito. I will thank Toby. Don't worry, Toby. I'm going to hype you. You're going to love it. So, Precious, thank you very much for joining me in the studio, and I really, really do appreciate it, and I love you.
The pleasure is mine. I love you too.
All right, and so at Toby Lover, our very own producer in view. I don't even know. You should have different title to your name. Thank you very much for joining us in the studio today.
Thank you for having me.
All right,
Melanin Poppy, the girl that does not love. Thank you for joining us on the show today. And babe, we're going to travel the world.
Yeah, definitely. That is the vibe. All right, on to the next. Do have a great weekend.